the battlefield within a story, about the war in our minds and the truth that sets us free. Chapter 1. The War No One Sees. Page 1. The silent fight. No one knew I was at war. I walked the halls of my school, laughed at the right jokes, smiled at the right moments. To everyone else, I was fine, normal, just another teenager trying to make it through life. But inside my mind, a battle was raging. You're not good enough. No one really cares about you. Why even try? You're always going to fail. The thoughts came like arrows, piercing deep, leaving wounds that no one could see. And the worst part, I believed them. Page 2. The voices we listened to. It wasn't just one bad day. It was every day, a constant flood of negative thoughts that felt impossible to stop. Some days, it was comparison. She's better than you, prettier, smarter. Why even try? Other days, it was shame. Remember that mistake you made? Yeah, that's who you really are. I never questioned where these thoughts came from. I just accepted them. I thought they were my thoughts, that they were true. But I didn't know that not every thought deserves a seat at the table of my mind. Page 3. The breaking point. One night, it all became too much. I was lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, drowning in my own mind. I wanted to escape the thoughts, but I couldn't. God, if you're real, why do I feel like this? Why do I feel so lost? I wasn't expecting an answer. I wasn't even sure God was listening. But that night, something happened. Page 4. The truth that finds us. The next day at school, I was quiet. My best friend Jake noticed. Hey, you good? I shrugged. Yeah, just tired. Jake gave me a look like he didn't believe me. Then he said something I didn't expect. You ever feel like your own mind is against you? I froze. What? Like, thoughts that just won't stop? Lies that feel real? I read something this morning that kinda hit me. About taking thoughts captive. That phrase stuck in my mind. Taking thoughts captive, I had no idea what that meant, but it felt important. Page 5. The verse that changed everything. That night, I couldn't stop thinking about what Jake said. So I grabbed my Bible and searched for it, and then I found it. We demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God, and we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. 2 Corinthians 10:5. Read it again and again, and something clicked. Page 6. The battle is real. For the first time, I realized that my thoughts weren't just random. They were attacks, and not every thought was true. I had an enemy, one who wanted me to believe lies, to keep me stuck in fear, insecurity, and shame. But I also had a Savior, one who came to set me free. Jesus wasn't just here to forgive my sins. He came to renew my mind, and for the first time, I wanted to fight back. Page 7. Learning to fight. I started small. Every time a negative thought came, I didn't just let it sit there. I challenged it. You're not enough. I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Psalm 139:14. No one cares about you. einschat. God has loved me with an everlasting love. Jeremiah 31:3. You'll always be a failure. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4:13. At first, it felt weird, like fighting an invisible battle. But every time I replaced a lie with truth, the weight on my chest felt a little lighter. And for the first time in a long time, hope started to break through. Page 8. The enemy doesn't give up. But the battle wasn't over. Some days were harder than others. Some days, the lies felt stronger than the truth. But now, I knew something I didn't know before. I wasn't fighting alone. Jesus was fighting for me. And even when I felt weak, His strength was enough. Page 9. The Mind of Christ. One day, I came across another verse that changed me. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans 12. Renewing my mind wasn't a one-time thing. It was a process. Every day I had to choose. Would I listen to the lies, or would I stand on God's truth? And little by little, I saw the difference. The battlefield of my mind wasn't as dark as before, because light had entered the fight. Page 10. The war is won. I won't lie and say the battle is over. I still have days where the thoughts come back. But now I know the truth. Jesus is greater than every lie. And no matter how hard the battle gets, I know this. The war has already been won. Come back for more. Your mind is a battlefield, but you don't have to fight alone. In the next episode, we'll dive even deeper into how to armor up, fight back, and stand strong in Jesus. Don't miss it.